Hey y'all, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. Y'all, we gotta talk about them damn Never Ever Meds. They are back with a season 2. I don't know how they got renewed, but somehow they did. But it's a season 2, episode 1. Now, I got a couple DoorDash orders coming, so if I'm watching my phone, that's why, okay? Anyway, before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out everything we got on the channel. I'm reviewing Beyond the Gates. The first review for that is up. I did the first like 23 episodes, and then we're gonna try to go week by week from there. We're gonna see what happens. Also Ready Love when it comes back in the summer. Tisk tisk. And we got this show right now, and we'll have other things going on. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up video button. Share the video where you'd like to share your content and comment down below. Let me know what you think of this episode. Now, I'm not 100% invested in this season. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure. We're going to see what happens, but I'm not I'm 100% sure, okay? Also, because, I'm in this doctor program and I'm not going to have time for the foolishness. I'm going to need this season to come with it. Now, I will say so far, there's some real people on here and some fake, and we're going to get into it. Let me share the cast with y'all real quick first. Let me do that. Um, Child, I gotta remember how to do this every time. Let me see. Okay. Okay, there we go. Is it working? Oh, there we go. Okay, hopefully y'all can see this. Y'all can see this. Okay, quickly let's go through it. We got Charlie and Jared. They've been dating like 4 to 5 years. They met. They went to high school together, allegedly. She was a sophomore, he was a senior, or vice versa. They didn't really meet each other like that, though. Then they reached out each other online. And now they've been dating ever since. I think one is like 31 and one is like 34. Then we have Kiki and Brandon. They've been dating 4 years as well, I believe. I think she lives in Atlanta and she's a BBW model. I don't remember what he do or where he lives. I want to say Alabama, but child, I could be wrong. Then we have what's her name? Alicia and Irvin. They've been dating for 5 months. Um Irvin is Haitian, okay. I don't remember. I think he's 44 and she's 36, I want to say. Um then we have Tatiana and his name is Cavassier. Don't know why his mama named him that, but they've been dating for 8 months. And then we have Alexis and Chris. Alexis is from Philly, I believe, or some part of Pennsylvania. They've been dating 1 year. If you recognize this gentleman right here, Chris, he was on the Dallas season of Ready to Love. I believe it was the first Dallas season. And he ended up dating Maya from the second Dallas season. So I wonder, is that the girl that Alexis was referring to? I don't know. This couple, I'm not buying it because we know Chris is on Ready to Love. And he wants to be an actor. He's an actor. So I'm not buying it. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are y'all buying it? This couple I'm rooting for right here. Now this right here is what is their name? Cinco. Literally Cinco, like five in Spanish, and Jay. Okay. And they are both very tall people. She is 6'5" and he's 6'7". Okay. So going for the talls. All right. All right, we're gonna stop sharing here. We're gonna stop sharing. Um, Let me get into the episode now. Okay. Thank y'all for viewing that. Okay. If you need more time, pull it up on your own time. Okay. Because I got to hurry up. Let's see. So Taronda's hosting again. They in the big old house. Now I was concerned because we had them LA fires. And I know they are near Malibu and all that. So I was concerned if the fires affected the show in any kind of way. I mean, it doesn't look like it did, but we don't know, right? Or even the family or fiance house as well. I was concerned about that. I would have to ask my I have quite a few friends that live in LA, so I would have to ask them about that. Anywho, moving on. So Taronda's hosting again. So coming in the house is Charlie. Like I said, Charlie and Jared knew each other from high school, but they didn't really meet like that. Charlie has a secret that Charlie had a baby. Charlie has a 1-month-old. Okay. And we see Charlie later on in the episode pumping. And I was like, girl, how you come on this show and you had a baby a month ago? Like, you needed to stay home with your newborn. You needed to stay home with your newborn. You shouldn't even be outside. Okay. Like the old people say, that's them new mothers coming outside. bringing the baby outside too soon. Although she ain't got the baby with her, but still, she got to pump. She gonna pump and dump because she been drinking. Because she ain't gonna send unless she gonna send that milk back to wherever child from where they from. I don't remember what city they lived in. It could have been Atlanta. Who knows? Anyway, girl, bye, Charlie. Girl, bye. Now Charlie Mixer, she's straight up vanilla, no chocolate. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Anywho, Jared said he got a little secret of his own, so we ain't gonna hold Charlie too. We ain't gonna hold her too long because he got a secret as well. What y'all think Jared's secret is? So Charlie was first in the house. She showed us her pregnant belly and everything. Then we had, I want to say Alicia maybe came in, or Alexis. No, it was I think it was Alicia. Lex, all the girls came in. Kiki came in. Kiki was ready to drink. Okay, Kiki seen them bottles over there. She was like, "Where? I need to get the drinks popping." Now I wasn't holding Kiki too much to it. When you see the bar, you go to the bar. But then when I rewatched the episode to do the review, and Brandon had already clocked her, I was like, "Oh, Kiki was running to them drinks, though. Kiki was running to them drinks." I was like, "Oh, dang!" But we're gonna get into that. Anywho. So yeah, Kiki came. So all the women basically came. Okay. I can't remember them girls' names at the top of my head right now. Tatiana, yeah, all the girls came. Brittany. Did I miss Brittany? It's Brittany and Ty. I don't know if I showed y'all Brittany and Ty, but anyway. So Brittany lives in Houston. I remember that. And I believe Ty's a bit older than her. Oh yeah, Chris is 10 years younger than Alexis. So anywho, is one guy comes up. So I was like, is he getting dropped off in the wrong place? It's Cinco, right? And Cinco comes, and everybody's like, do he know anybody up in here? And Charlie was looking nervous. I was like, is that your baby daddy, Charlie? That's what I was thinking, but it wasn't. And so Cinco was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. They was like, what's going on with these curveballs and whatever. So now mind you, Charlie wasn't trying to drink too much. I said, because she got a pump. That's why she wasn't trying to drink too much. Talking about she only gonna drink for the celebrations. Maybe we'll see. Drinking for to be a thing this season. We see it, huh? So I was wondering why Cinco was there with all the ladies as well. I didn't know, child. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know. So then Taronda called him outside the house, and she, told them, you're gonna finally meet the people you've been talking to forever. Whether it's been some months or some long years. And y'all know the premise of the show. Two people never doing dating online, and they never met up. Now everybody has sorry excuses for why they never met. Oh, he was too busy. Now, Kiki's, I believe, because she said she felt insecure about her weight and all that. But she a BBW model, so I'm surprised she would be insecure. But, people are. And so now I believe that maybe she was scared to meet him due to her weight. But everybody else kept talking about they was too busy. They got kids, blah, 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 blah. Child, I met a dude on MySpace in college, okay? And we figured out how to meet up in Vegas. And he lived in North Carolina. And so I'm like, if y'all can't do it now, 2025, and y'all had much more resources than I did back then in college when I was in my early 20s. Now, granted, I'm ashamed to say that I paid for most of it. But, don't judge me. I don't live there no more. I was doing foolish things back then. Foolish things back then for foolish people. Okay. But still, I'm just saying we met up, right? We met up. So anyway, actually, we met a couple times. I think we met a couple times. No, we only met one time. I'm wrong. We met one time. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, my embarrassing stories, y'all. I got stories if you ever want them. All my friends said I always got good stories. I gotta tell y'all some stories on here. I gotta do some story times because everybody tells me I have the best stories. I don't understand why, because they don't be the best to me, but whatever. So, anywho, moving on because I gotta hurry up. Like I said, let me see what the DoorDash is doing. Let me see. Nothing. All right. So finally, Taronda told him, okay, go clean your fruit basket. She said a fruit basket, and he had to go clean his eggplant, Seco, and get ready for the dates. Now, Jay says she don't need no man to plan no date for her. She gonna plan her own. So she had a little love and basketball date playing for Cinco. So they did, play basketball on the court, and she measured herself next to him and seeing that he is really 6'5" or 6'7", and he didn't lie about his height. She told me we need a ruler, but she believed him. he was kept, blocking her basketball shots, and she coaches and all that. So okay, shout out to the tall girlies, and she a real tall girl and got her a real tall man. I'm here for it. I'm rooting for them. They sat down, and we're just gonna go date by date. We're not gonna jump around scene to scene. And that first episode, we're just getting to know people, so it's not too much. The only drama was Charlie's secrets and Jared's secrets. So anyway, Jared and Jay sat down to eat some pizza and tequila. I was like, what kind of, don't give me no pizza and tequila on the first date. I mean, I said the tequila, but not the pizza. Anyway, he was like, oh, you going to get tired of me? She was like, no, not at all. And they seemed to hit it off. They wasn't really talking about nothing at all. Later on, we see them take a shower together. Jay said, he a man, he got knees. I'm a woman, I got knees, so we might as well get into it as we get into it. Okay, so they were getting into the shower together. And that was that. And I think that was pretty much all we saw them. Moving on, Charlie goes to meet. Now, Charlie was looking real basic, but, they was going down to the pottery place. So maybe she didn't want to get the clay on her, but she meets Jared at the pottery place. And she talking about his long feet, but then the cameras did her dirty. The shit producer did her dirty, show her big old long feet. But I think she's a pretty big girl as well. I wonder how tall is she. And so he said he liked it because she was tall, thick, and curvy and all that. So then he was like, okay, tell me something about, tell me about yourself. Something. She was like, oh, and then she's like, oh, I don't know if I should tell him right now. She's like, well, you already know everything about me. And he was like, I know, I was just joking. And so they did the little clay stuff. And then I think they had wine and fruit after that. And then they wasn't really talking about nothing either. Talking about getting to, continue to getting to know each other, see each other in person. And yeah, I don't really remember them talking about too much. Jared said he felt bad about the secret he needs to tell her as well. And I'll save her telling the secret part for the end because that was at the end of the episode. So we'll come back to them. Moving on. Then we had, I believe, Alicia and Irvin. Now, Irvin is from Haiti. He wanted to introduce her to his culture, so he wanted to do the Kamba, I think it was some kind of dance from Haiti. And now you got to be real close and sensual when you do the dance. And she wasn't really feeling that at first, but then she got into it and had a dance instructor. And he did apologize for them being so close. So they seemed to have a good time and hit it off. And then they went somewhere where there was like heights, and they sat down and talked some more. They wasn't really talking about that either. I don't remember the details of all these conversations, y'all. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I don't remember. But yeah, they sat down and talked, and I don't know if they're gonna work out. I don't know. I would say it's a nice looking men this season though. Like Jared, he's not bad on the eyes. The Cavassier guy, he's not bad on the eyes. There was another guy that wasn't bad looking either. Anyway, Cinco, he wasn't too bad looking. I don't like them little braids, but he wasn't bad looking. Anywho, we have Brittany and Ty. I don't see it for Ty. He was irritating to me. But he took her, she met up with him to go parasailing. Don't take me parasailing on the first date. Don't do that. Like, we need to be on the ground on the first date. Now I need to be able to wear heels and something nice, not a wetsuit. No, ma'am. So anyway, she's a team player, of course, so she does parasailing. I mean, I would do it, but I would be irritated, right? So, and they had it, but he's screaming and hollering the whole time, making jokes. I mean, I like to laugh and make jokes as well, but I don't know. He's a little, something about him gave a tad bit obnoxious to me. Was it just me? Y'all let me know in the comments. Did y'all find Ty obnoxious? Now, he's a little bit older than her, I believe, but I don't remember what the age difference is. And so then they were sitting on the boat and eating and drinking, and somehow they got on topic of marriage, and she talking about she ready, but she don't got the place picked out already. I was like, ooh. Now, some of these women were like kind of being, for lack of a better word, thirsty, because the one girl, Alicia, talking about she ready to be the wife, she ready to do all this, and Alexis talking about she can, she's never gonna, she's not gonna lose, and she hopes that he likes her, and she proves herself. I was like, what? What's going on? No, they need to prove themselves to you. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, so then we had so yeah, Brittany and Jay. And so not Brittany and Jay, Brittany and Ty. Ty said he want to take her around in a cruise around the world and whatever. And she was like, okay, but I got my little 3-year-old at home. And he was like, oh, you can bring, I think the baby's name is Cairo or something like that. You can bring Cairo as well. It's all good. And so he said he doesn't have any kids, so he knows he's gonna have to like step it up and show that he wants to be the stepdad. Because I remember with Brittany or Tatiana was saying that whoever's in their child's life will have to, be a father figure to their child because the child's only 3, right? Um, so Brittany said Ty was easy to talk to, and she was having a good conversation with him. He told me she had something on her lips and used that as an excuse to kiss her, and she was laughing and giggling a lot. I hope she, consented to that. Anyway, they seem to hit it off. Moving on. Speaking of Tatiana, we see Tatiana and Cavassier. Cavassier is waiting by the horses because they're going to be going horseback riding in the Malibu Hills. So pretty out there. I got to get back down to LA, y'all. I got to get back down there. Anyway, oh, look for my water. It's about to get a little cotton mouth. So anyway, so don't take me horseback riding either because I'm scared of riding horses because I got thrown off as a kid. Anyway, Tatiana and them, Tatiana Cavassier went horseback riding and they sat down. I think they were eating like fruit and wine and cheese or something anyway. And she was like, "Oh, have you been looking at the vegan recipes?" So I guess she's vegan. And he's like, not really, but I asked my friends who are, because my friends are vegan, but I'm not. So then she's like, "Well, you don't gotta eat what I eat." And he's like, "No, but I should." I feel like he was running game, like, "Negro, stop." I don't know, something felt disingenuous about him, but he nice looking or whatever. So then he was trying to tell her to lean in because he was trying to get a kiss. And then she was like, child, she wasn't feeling that. She was not feeling that. So then she was like, "Okay, we can hold hands." So he just wanted to hold hands, or she just wanted to hold hands. Hold on, y'all. This is whack. I was ordering something. They canceled my order because they don't. I guess they didn't have it. Okay. Guess it wasn't meant to be. Y'all ever had that Chloe wine? I was ordering that, and I guess the store didn't have it. Ain't that about nothing? Anyway, I'm just gonna get a refund. Okay. Because I really don't need to be drinking wine anyway. What do they want me to do? Okay, back to the video. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, y'all can fast forward through that part. I apologize. I try not to be doing stuff like that, but I'm multitasking. Trying to get my Friday night popping. So, anywho, yeah, Cavassier tried to. It was awkward after that. He felt like, he felt a little embarrassed. He should have. He's like, "So you want to eat the rest of this fruit?" And she's like, "Nah." So they're gonna take some more selfies and they're gonna go. Then we had Chris. Let's get to Chris and Alexis, and then we'll do Kiki. So Chris, like I said, Chris Ruffin from Dallas is Ready to Love. I believe it's that first season of Dallas. He is on Never Ever Met's playing in our faces. He's dating Alexis. Alexis came up there. She's like, they were gonna do a toast. They ever had like a date on the beach. She's like, "Don't you owe me something?" And he was like, "What, a kiss?" Like, and he's like, "I thought you wanted to take it slow." She's like, "No, a public apology from you playing in my face with a lady." So I guess Chris was dating somebody else while they have been dating. And so Alexis said that young lady is very opposite from her. She's very, she's closer to his age and all this stuff. And so, when Alexis introduced herself, she said she was 45, but she's really 47. And she said she's like 10 years older than Chris. So I'm assuming that the girl that Alexis is talking about might be Maya from, remember Chris got with Maya from the other Dallas season. But I don't know. I can't confirm that. But he did apologize for that, and he laughed at the end, so I didn't really buy his apology. But I'm not even buying him on this show. I'm not taking him seriously at all. Because he's an actor. So they can really just go as far as I'm concerned. Alexis said, "Is this a sorry, but then you're gonna do it again?" And he was like, "No." And they toasted and they talking about they're gonna get to know each other better. Child, whatever. Whatever. Who cares? Now we got Kiki and Brandon. Now Brandon had a little photo shoot with some lingerie and whatever set up for Kiki because Kiki is a BBW model. So Kiki came down there to do her modeling. She screamed in the car on the way there. Um, and she wasn't really trying to show her booty. She didn't like that. She said she's gonna let that slide. And Brandon said he liked what he saw. He's like, finally we get to me. And she's like, no, I was nervous. And so she put on some like little black um what is like baby doll type of nightgown. I think that's what you call that. Anyway, she's like, you gonna join me on the bed? And so they ate afterward and they had some champagne or whatever. And so he poured her some in the glass. I wish I should have demonstrated this. So I mean, he could have poured her a little more, but it wasn't enough for her. So she was like, can you pour me some more? Like my nerves are still bad. And then he was like, oh, um, you be drinking something? Did he say you got a drinking problem or you be drinking like that? I can't, I think he said you got a drinking problem. And she was like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And I was like, oh. Now the way he said it was like he already knew that she had a drinking problem, is the way I took it. And so then he was like, I ain't gonna lie, the drinking thing kind of threw me off. So then I was like, okay, did you know she had a drinking problem or not? So sorry, y'all. So when she came in, she was drinking, but like we celebrating, we on the show, we in the house. I'm meeting my never ever boo, like, but then she was like, pour me some more. He didn't really pour the full glass, But again, we're pouring wine or champagne, whatever it was. So you don't supposed to fill it up a certain way, Kiki. And he was like, I poured enough. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about that scene. I got mixed feelings. Y'all let me know. Was Kiki drinking too much or not? The fact that she says she's working on it tells me there's a problem, or is there really a problem? Is there not a problem and she just did that to like beat him to the punch? I don't know. She said he was the Prosecco police, the reason Wrangler. I don't know. I'm keeping my eye on Brandon and Kiki, really. And I think Kiki got her own secret. We're gonna find out later on as well, based on the preview. So anywho, then I think that's all the dates. Let me make sure. Yeah, I believe that's all the dates. So everybody came back to the house, and everybody's like, okay, this is nice, all that. So Jared was laying on the sofa sleeping, and now we seen what's her name? Charlie was pumping and talking to the producer about how she needs to tell Jared the truth. Now, Charlie let us know at the beginning of the episode the reason why she had a feeling, because her and Jared been dating for like some years, I think 4 years, and so she had a feeling Jared was out doing his own thing because he wasn't that available, whatever. She was like, F it, I'm about to do my own thing. And so then she got with a guy, and that's how she got pregnant. Okay. So she woke him up, Jared. And she got him up and it's like, come outside with me. So they go outside. You could tell Jared was still waking up. So she's like, I got a 12-year-old and whatever, right? But I also just had a baby a month ago. So he was just sitting there looking like crazy. He said in the confessional he already figured it was something going on because the FaceTimes were getting less regular and he knew something was up. So then she was like, okay, I have more to tell you. He's like, okay, hold on. Like, I'm just trying to still wake up. So then she said she also got a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. So really she don't have one kid. She got 4 kids. And I said, how the hell did this lady go from 1 kid to 4 kids? How did she go from 1 kid? Okay, we knew about the baby. Now you got a 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old girl. What? Why are you on this show? And you've been dating this man 4 years and you couldn't tell him none of that? Girl, what? What is going on? I was like, girl, what is you on this show for? Now, it looked like Jared was going to tell his secrets next. Well, I don't know, but that's where this episode ended. Y'all let me know. Will you be watching the Never Ever Met? What do you think Jared's secret is? Put it in the comments. I got a couple theories. I think he may have his own baby mamas and babies going on as well. He might got 4 kids of his own. I also think it could be his dating preference, if you catch my drift. I don't know. Those are my only 2 theories. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think Jared's secret would be? I'm going to try to stick with this show, y'all. We'll see what it's giving on a Friday night. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all very soon. Thank y'all for continuing to support the channel. And I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye.